So again, if you feel like your drums are very just not minimal, um, where you feel like they're just not full, 9 times out of 10, it's adding the little shit, the little stuff. Maybe little blips, little percussion, like just these. It could be a shaker, tambourine, just something. I know it's something where something with a something with a something. You're like, man, I don't know what's lacking. I have a kick, I have a snare, and I have a hi-hat. That should be good. But even when you see like a live drummer play, they're typically not just on those three sounds. They might do like a cymbal ride. They might have a couple toms that they're adding to it. So with that drum, I added this percussion here. Let's see if it lets me. Yeah, so. So it's like a little wood block. And then another snare. I added a lot of like reverb to this in a wood block. Again, by itself, you're like, I don't think it's going to give me enough. What's up, random? Good seeing you. You have that there. Good seeing you, man. How you been? You been all right? So we have that. So let me combine that with this one here. So we have these two like layered together. You'll probably hear the joke like stack the layers, stack the layers. And then, my crazy ass always loves doing hi-hat. So I added this hi-hat here as well. Like it's already like it's adding that just a little extra to it. And then I started combining everything else with it. Can you guys hear that okay? I guess it is a safe space. I might do that, Greg. I might do that. What's crazy about this sample is that like I was going through it and it just wasn't striking my head as far as like an idea till I'll stop it where I'm like, okay. I was a little nervous because I was like listening and I kept going like, man, nothing is like really getting me right now as far as like where I want to go with this. Even there, it didn't really strike. This is where I was getting really nervous. I was like, dude, I don't know what I can do with this. I'm just being honest, just letting know what was going on in my head trying to make something with this. Still nothing. Now it's coming. So pretty much we're almost near the end of this sample and I was like, dude, I don't know what I can do with this. I'm sure other people probably already had an idea. I was like a little stumped. I was like, dude, I don't know. But then I heard this little part and it kind of let me start building stuff. Right there. Like that little harmonic. I was like, oh, okay. Once I heard that, I was like, oh, I can do the whole reverb craziness because it gives me that kind of vibe where I can go into something. I know right now you're probably like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. that was the sound that got me. Like once I heard that, I was like, okay, I can do something with this now. So basically, this whole song started. Ricky, what up? What's up? I actually started with this before break section. This was what helped me really create everything else. That. Once I made that, I was like, okay, I can do something with this now. Like this already had the wheels spinning. And then in regards to the sample, I did 2 instances of it. So one of them was just having that part there. And usually I'll tend to mess with the tempo because it'll give me a lot of extra sound stretching capabilities. It could sound ridiculous at times, but if you add enough kind of processing power to it, you can start kind of coming up with some ideas. Because that's what I did with this horn. That was a short one. So with that one, I just did the standard echo, but I put the first one at 100%. I put that one at 75. And then I went to my go-to, man, Valhalla. I mean, it's just dope reverb. You know, I use it all the time. Again, that one I think is like $50, something like that. Money well spent for me. Maybe not for you, but for me, it worked out really well. So with that sound, I used the echo plus the dub echo. The dub echo will really give you a long tail of sound. Once I kind of got that horn going here, that's what created this part. So then in context, again, as you can see, I did a lot of automation mutes just to make stuff interesting. I'm always like, that's most of my projects. If you open them up, you know, you're going to see like I always have automation mutes. It's just, I can keep building songs, just replacing things and adding things, taking things out, adding things, taking things out. It's like this constant shift, especially if you're trying to make kind of like shorter beats on there. Oh, quick question. I see the volume is purple when the whole track was playing. Did you automate to mute those channels for each scene, or is it just automated? So the volume, let me go back to it. It's probably going to be, I think it might have been... Oh, so sometimes, Burnt, I'll actually automate a volume, because I don't know if you guys have run into this, where a particular section of your song, everything is gelling well, and then you go to maybe an alternate scene, and for some reason, maybe your flute is like a little bit quieter in that instance. Sometimes I'll actually automate the gain to make something a little bit louder for a section. Only in that section. Because if I kept it the same earlier on, it's going to be loud there, but it's going to be kind of abrasive to your ears. So sometimes I'll automate the gain as well for a particular time in the track. I think I might have did it during this little break section here. Okay, yeah. So I did a volume automation on here. Oh, yeah. I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay. You guys are giving me good things to show you. Awesome. I'm loving it. Loving it. Okay. So let's do... Okay. How about the automate mute? Oh, yeah. Okay. So for that, if you ever want to just automate a section, because I kind of did that here in this beginning. So what you do is, again, and last call, you're going to get this figured out, bro. I'm telling you, I got faith in you. Go to the purple robot right here. Click. Now you have automation mode ready to go. Now, this is where people kind of trip up. When you see these dots here. That means when you click on them, you're going to apply automation only to this sound. Only. So if I do anything with this kick, I'm only automating parameters for this kick. Same thing with this snare. Clap. So for example, I'm going to make a copy of this so I can mess with it. If it'll let me. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do with this kick. Okay, so right now it sounds like this. So for example, I'm going to add, again, this is going to be a really stupid example, but I'm going to automate, I'm going to mute certain kicks. Because right now it's going to sound really stupid. Right? Right? Am I right? That sounds pretty ridiculous. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Okay. So, but I'm going to go to mixer. No, not pad. Pad, no, kick. Kick. And it should let me mute that. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to mute these kicks here. I'm going to mute these kicks here. Oh, had an issue last month with BPM stretching. Remixing a 70s analog recorder track. Found myself having... If you want, I don't know if you're by your computer, Ricky. Send me that track. Yeah, send me the track. I'm gonna give you my email address. I'll put it in here and see what happened. So now, if I play this, see, you don't hear any of this here. So it's almost like I'm just recreating that same drums, but actually just muting them. Do you see how that's muted, burnt? Do you get what's happening right here? I should if I didn't automate anything. It's this. It's a crazy mess. But the minute I just start automating the mutes, again, I just create 2 points, move it up. I can move this down, move this up. Boom. There you go. That's how you would do that. I felt like I just sounded like John. Hey, boom. There it is. I don't know. John Madden just hit me just now. So, for example, you can automate the scene as well over here. So I know this was something that last call wanted me to kind of go across. R.I.P. Hell yeah. R.I.P. John Madden. The GOAT right there. Okay, so... Same thing applies to the actual entire scene. You can automate a whole scene as well. Again, go to Mr. Roboto over here. When Mr. Robot's on, he's going to be purple. And you're going to see this purple line here, letting you know that there's a parameter that you can adjust. Right now, it's telling me, hey, I can automate this volume because I have volume as a parameter that I want to change. But I can do effects that are on the master. Also, filter. So say that whole beginning, I wanted to automate the filter of the scene here. I'm just going to put an arrow there. Go up and then go down. Oh, I didn't do it. There we go. Okay. So instead of having to click on every single track here, automate the filter here, I just told the scene to do it to everything. So now you're going to hear the filter knob of the entire scene changing. So go to play. So that's how you can actually do a filter of everything in that scene. Now, say you wanted to add an effect to that. So say I didn't have like limiter on, compressor on. Say I did like breaker. You know what? Flanger. I'll do flanger. So we have that there. So now you can apply this effect on the master track as well. So flanger on. But what I want to do is adjust the depth of it. So right now it's at 0. So I create a point here and then a point, let's see where it ends, right there. And I'll make one in the middle. So now what I want to do is create this curve of the flanger, like probably happening like right here. So you're going to see this knob moving right here. If you guys are confused at all right now, please let me know. I just want to make sure that you guys are starting to understand this. Does that make sense? Last call. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a number 1 in the chat if this is feeling a little bit better for you. Because I know you said you wanted to do a filter at the beginning of your beat. So what you would end up doing, I believe so, Jers. I think you have to reinstall the packs. So if you're going to do a filter at the beginning, you could do it on this master right here. It is like Brussels sprouts. If you're not a fan of it, you still don't love them. I feel you. I'm like that with oysters. I don't know. They just remind me of like, I don't know, boogers in a shell. I don't know. But I've had some that were like fried with garlic, but I can't really mess with that too much, but that I'll mess with. So say on the master, you wanted to do like a filter. Again, make sure you have the robot on. You select filter. Filter is going to be in the mixer tab over here. 9 times out of 10, you're going to see these specific parameters. Anytime you go to the mixer tab of any track, then you have your 3 effects that you can adjust. These 3 here. Filter. So I know you're saying you wanted to do like a high pass filter. So right now we're at 0. Remember, 0 means nothing is going to happen until you start adjusting the numbers. So I'm going to start this. I'm going to start this going as a high pass filter and then working its way down. Might sound ridiculous, but so at the very beginning. That's like at a ridiculous level. That's why you can barely hear anything.
Oh Lord.
There you go. I'll open up an edit that I did where I just did a simple, if I did it on here, I think I did. Oh no, I didn't. I thought I saved it. Damn it. Okay. Oh, good. Let me just do a new project. Don't save. Again, just do a session of just messing around with like the master. Like go to your song view, add different effects here, and then practice going to the robot, go into the effect, and practice creating on and off. So basically on means you turn the effect on, you could turn it off. Depth is how much of the effect you're going to apply. So let's go back. Library. There. Again, if you guys have questions, let me know. Again, automation can be nerve-wracking at first. Because you're like, well, I already have a beat made. I got to do all this crap now. I go, it just helps to make things more interesting. And the minute you start getting used to it, the ideas will just open up like crazy. I promise you that. So to practice automation, again, just put a loop, hit the robot, pick something that you want to automate. You have two modes. I call it this kind of plot point mode, where you're just setting dots here. And I always stress doing the extreme of something. So I'm going to put this all the way up to 50 plus, 50 negative, 50 plus. Kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern kind of face. I'm going to loop this. It's going to sound ridiculous. But what I did was I want to filter this sample all the way high pass, all the way low pass from there. All of what we're doing is building comfort and muscle memory. Like, oh, automate, robot, select, change. That's what we're trying to do. Because I think right now when I say, hey, automate something, you run into this mode of like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Da, 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 da. So now you're trying to work with fear and confusion. And then what happens with that is it creates frustration. And then when I say automate, you add automate and evil together. And you're like, bro, I'm not touching it. I'm not doing it at all. I think that's what happens. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last call. I don't know if that's the mental wrestling that you're having with that. Again, because this is just a session of messing around, there's no issue if I don't get a beat created out of this. I'm just trying to learn the technique. So again, I try to stress, do the extreme so that you know how to dial it down, but you're building confidence of you being able to start to know how to automate by telling yourself exactly what you're doing. Now, when you say it's the functionality of learning just how to do it, I got you. Like that sounds ridiculous. So remember, so we're in a blank slate right now. Call. And I'm like, look, the minute I say automate, the next thing that should pop in your head is, oh, robot, make sure he's purple. That is what your mindset should be. Oh, I want to automate something. How do I go into Automation Street? Who's the person I got to holler at to go down automation? We got to talk to robot. That's step one. So we're getting there. It's the path. Exactly. So if I say I want you to automate the filter, what I'm telling you to do is, okay, automate the filter. Bet. I got to go to the robot to turn it on. And then I have to find right here. This is what you're looking for. This is what's throwing you off. This robot here is telling you what is the source that you want to automate. This is the filter right here. This is a choice that I wanted to do. Say I wanted to do the mute. These are different options here. There is mute right here. So say I wanted to mute parts. Right now, if I highlight this, it says off. That means right now there's no mutes happening at all. At all. The minute I turn it up, it engages the mute. So now you're not going to hear anything. Nothing. At all. Remember, back to off. We hear it. But now you're like, well, I want to mute just a little part of it. What part do I want to mute? Oh, I want to mute this little section here. The second part of the beat. This right here. This area. Oh, okay, this is my Madden marker. That's what I'm calling it. Boom, right there. Madden marker right there. So if I'm in this mode, I just click and move up, engage this on. You'll find out what you prefer. either doing it in this bar mode or doing it in plot point mode. So now, so say on the 2 and the 4, I don't want to hear the drum. Remember, we're automating the mute right here because it's telling me that. How do I know I'm in automation mode? Because my robot here, chief robot over here, is in purple. And this is my like security guard right here. When you do it in bar mode, it always gets muted. It always gets muted because you probably have it looking like this. Like that. If I have it like that, it's completely muted. But watch. If I just move this down, you heard that. Move this one down. Move that there. Remember, it's telling you the information. This is off. These are on. Off. On. Yes, absolutely. Again, if I want them all on, muted, it's all muted. If I want them all off, I'm telling it to go off. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to mess with the mute. I want to mess with, let's do this. Okay. Does that make more sense, Call? I want to make sure you're, even if it's a 1% increase in confidence, does that make more sense? I'll do the same thing with hi-hats right here. So let me mute, hold on. Make this a little louder. Let me reset. And also, when you see this little symbol, that means something is automated. So I'm like, oh, mixer is purple, mute is purple. Let me reset this. I'm going to open up this program called, I'm calling it Capwing. So if you just open it up, this is my workspace. I think generally, if you just go to Capwing, just the regular search. So if you're having issues like getting the right dimensions or cropping your videos, I don't know, it keeps going up. Resources, there we go. So this site really helps to help you create video content very easily. So they have all these different features. It has the video editor. You can make memes out of it. Yeah, Capwing. Subtitles, quick converts of stuff, resize your video to fit different formats, whether it's IG stories or what have you. Yeah, you have a bunch of different things that you can do. So I'm going to make a quick video. I'm going to put this in the chat, capwing.com. There we go. So I know with some of the like beat tape submissions or like battle submissions where they want you to upload to IG, I know some people were running into issues where they couldn't play like their actual conversion of it. They did like a recording of it from like, say, their mic on their phone or something, and then just try to post that to a picture and didn't quite work out. I would always stress, if you're trying to do anything audio related, audio is number one. You want to make sure you get the most direct audio possible. So you convert your song into WAV or MP3. I would suggest always going to MP3 just to save on file size. And they do have a free version of this. I do the Capwing Pro because I use this all the time. It's definitely worth it for me. Again, you can test it out, see if you like it. They let you have like I think you're up to like 3 watermarks, I think, last call on that. So this is the tool we're going to edit video. Again, we're going to go really quick on here. Yeah, kind of like that. So if you want some kind of cool stock footage of stuff, I use Pexels. Go to video section, and I can just get cool little videos, like or high-end looking stuff. I think I guess I can go avant-garde and have a pigeon. But you can just title this like nature or whatever. And I'll probably just do this one here. I think this will probably work. Yeah, okay. I'm going to download that. Boom. So I have that. I have my JFilt file as well. Put it right there. So now I'm going to go to my Capwing section here. Again, these are like all my past videos that I've used making this. So again, I use it all the time. Create a new project. I'm going to start with the blank canvas. If anyone's confused, if you're confused at all, last call, let me know. So you have layers, text, video, images here on the side here. So images, I can look for stuff within this program. You can add your text. On this right, this is kind of like your editor section. So say I needed to make this video for IG. The ratio is 1:1. 9/16. That's like IG story dimensions. 16:9. This is more of YouTube dimensions. 4 fits and 5:4. I don't really mess with that at all. I think it might be TikTok, possibly. Don't quote me on that. So you have that. If you want to change the background color, it's down here. These are your default colors that you can pick. Black, white, whatever. You can pick a color picker tool. And if you put an image in here, you can try to match the color. So I'll start with black. I'm going to go to my media right here. Again, last call. Hopefully you're following along. I'm going to drag my audio that I just made. Right now it's uploading that. And then I'm going to bring in that Pexels video that we just brought in. And then we have that. So now I just clicked on it to bring it in. Now we have it here in the shot. Just like that. Then I'm going to bring the song into the timeline. So think of this as the song view in Serato down here. See how they're similar? Same kind of thing. You're just stacking the layers. So if I needed to adjust, I can move this around the timeline. I can lower the volume, bring the volume up from there. Also, I can resize this to fit the entire screen if I wanted to. Like this. This corner section here lets you kind of apply some cornering here. If we're trying to make it look like a pill type of thing. Move that down like that. There we go. So now I want to make a copy of this so that it fits with my beat the whole time. I did a copy paste. There we go. Another copy of it. Paste it. Oops. Went down on the bottom, the next track. Bring that in. So now we run into one little problem. See how this overlaps or goes over the beat? All you do is it has a little arrow to the edge. Click and hold, and you can move it and trim it. Hopefully that's what you were having issues with, Cole, being able to do that. Remember, just go to the side, and then the arrows are going to go across like that. So now say I want to add another layer here. I can go to videos. Let's do a bokeh effect. I was going to try to create these little bokehs, like these little kind of particle looking things. I'm going to click on this. It's going to be on track 3. So I'm going to bring this over like this. Issue with text. I will get there. What issues did you have with text exactly? Please be very descriptive. Remaining through the whole video. Perfect. Okay. So so right now this is blocking all of this. So we were like, hey, where the hell everything happened? Because this layer, I have to make the very back layer. There we go. So now it's on the background from there. Okay, so make a copy of this, paste it across. And for some reason, when you do a copy paste, it just copies right over the same video or same image. I don't know why it does that. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you guys are following along. If you try to figure out like, hey, how do I add my video or a video to my beat? Okay, so now we have that. Now we got something to start with. So now we need text. So I'm just going to pick a text right here, header text. I'm going to make this white. So I'm going to go and change the color to white so I can see it. Also, if it doesn't seem like it's completely readable, so I can do text outline, make it dark. So now you can really see the text better. So I'm going to go here like this. Test the beat. So I know what happened and I'm going to do it right now. So call, you tell me. So you did that, then you're here. And the text shows up. And then it goes away, right? Just like that. So one thing does not look like the other, right? It looks different than all of these. All of these. Remember that arrow thing I told you about? See this arrow right here? All you do is click and hold and just drag it. And it goes all the way to however long you want. Same thing on this side. Boom. There you go. Now they all match. So now the text stays there. There you go. It's that simple. And then you just export and download the file. Then you can send it to yourself or airdrop it to your phone. And then boom, you can just load that to IG or whatever. And that's it. You just made your own like little video to your beat. That simple. Anybody have questions on that? Did that explain it better to you? Last call. Let me know. Let me know. Again, usually stuff is just one little step. You just grab the arrow at the end and adjust the length of the text from there. So say I added another text. I want that at the bottom. As you can tell, it's only going to be right here. And it's going to disappear. If I go here, hit this. See, it's here at the bottom. I'm like, oh, crap. Oh, that's why it started here. It didn't start at the beginning. And then this didn't finish either. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. And there we go. What about why it was a big file to post on IG? Again, if you were downloading off of YouTube, yes. If you downloaded off of YouTube, you probably downloaded the highest bit version of that. And depending on the file size, on the free version, I think you can't go over a certain limit, if I'm not mistaken. They want me to do a referral. If you guys want to do it, It's all good. I'm just giving you guys the info. I'm not here to make any money off anybody. I could give two shits about that. But I do want you guys to learn what resources can help you out with that. So I would check. Let me see. I think with the free version, again, you would have to double check on the resource and just ask them. I will say their customer support is really good. They usually will get back to you like quickly with stuff. Yeah, it's $20 for the Pro. Again, I use it all the time, so for me, it's worth it. I don't regret it at all.